Hi guys. In previous video, I have explained how to implement validations using data annotation. In this video, I will going to show you the second part, that is custom and class level validation using data annotation. If you are new to my channel, please share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Let's start the implementation. So for trying a different type of validation, so I will add a few field in the employee master table. Then we'll work with that field to implement the custom validation. So I'm just adding some fields. So I will be adding date of birth, then date of join, and then date of exit. These three fields I am adding. So the data type would be date time for date of birth field, column name would be the same, date of birth. Then I'll be adding another field, date of joining. And the final one is date of exit. Hmm. So for date of exit, I am putting question mark here, because it might be a null value, because there is no uh, actually date of exit is not compulsory. It will be having for the some employees, not for all. So date of join will be there. So now next is I will put required validation. As you see in the my last video, I have explained all my other validation of data annotation. Then date of join. Then same for date of birth, it would be mandatory. So fields have been added. So now I will do migration on this field, so that the columns would be created in database. Where here I will select model example because it's our data layer, and enter the command add migration. I will give name edit date fields in employee master. Okay, just enter the command. It is now building, and then it will create a migration file for us. Hmm. Uh, okay. Okay, because I have changed the max length character, so it comes in the migration. Then address I have added max length, so that's came into there. And the three fields just I recently added, each it is added in migration also, so my migration is correct. So I'm just putting command update database. So now migration is committed to my database. So our next step is to add custom migration. So I need to add one class to define an attribute. So I will go to models example, and where I can create one folder first, and then I will add the classes in that folder. Attributes, yes, attributes, and in attributes I will add a class. So for this custom attribute, a custom validation, I will be uh, implement on date of birth, where the date of birth would be validated for 18 years. So from today, to the date of birth, the difference should be 18 years. So the employee should be 18 years completed. The age should be more than 18 years or 18 years. So for that, I will add this attribute. So I will give name like employee age compliance. Employee age compliance attribute I will add in this. Then I will implement validation attribute. So I will add namespace. I will the validation attribute already have the method for uh, checking the validation of the field. So I will override it. So for that I will type protected override, and just I uh, enter a space bar. Once I enter a space bar, it will show me the method to override. Second, yes. So this method I will going to change. I will override in this my custom attribute class. So for that, I will what I'll do is I will first create an variable date time dob, and I will convert this value which is coming as an input to date time, give value parameter as input. So I just need to change what I'll need to change is uh, I need to compare this DOB, or I need to uh, calculate the DOB with current date. So for that I will check it if DOB date time now dot subtract. I will subtract date time now and provide DOB dot total days, and I need to calculate 18 years date. So I will open the calculator. So 365 into 18, so 6570. So it should not less than this amount 6570. If it is less than 6570, then it is not valid date of birth. So I will return the validation result object. Here I will give some name, give some message to it. The given date of birth is not compliant and employee is not 18 years completed. So you can give any message. I am just giving this message to the customer, to the user. Sorry. If the date is valid, then I need to return success. So I will write a return message success validation result dot success. Yes. So this is done from custom validation for the age. So now I will use this attribute in our model. So I need to go to our model class, and I just need to add this attribute. Need to add namespace also, and here you are done then. So this way you can implement your custom validation. You can do you can add multiple attributes and implement it like this in by decorating on a property. So I will show you how it is working, but before that I need to also need to add the fields which I have added in form. So for that I just need to copy this HTML content. I just need to change the properties, date of birth, so this is done. It's not a drop down list, it's a text box, so I will copy the text box field. Okay, so date of birth field is added. Next I will add other properties, date of join, and the final one is date of exit, so that the HTML will look completed. Exit is added. Now the next is hmm, now I need to modify the controller also. In employee controller you need to go to employee controller, and in save employee post method you need to check that whether the model context is valid or not, because it is not checked yet. So I will check it here. The model state dot is valid. If it is valid, then only go to save, go and save the employees. Otherwise you just return the same view and the same object to it. So before that I will do some other thing, because we have a drop down also, so we need to fill that drop down. So this I need to fill, and another one is uh, viewback dot city master and then master service dot get city master, and pass the state value, state id. So this will get filled. Same thing we need to do in update uh, method also. In update employee post method, same I need to do same thing, because we need to fill it if, and we need to update the employee if only if the model state is valid. Otherwise we will avoid it and return the same view. And just remove this one. I think from controller level we have done. And now we need to do some changes in save employee, where we need to fill that city, that viewback which we have just filled. We need to use this in our HTML. Putting a double question mark, if it is null, then it will initialize with this empty select list item. So, and the same thing I need to do in update employee HTML. Okay, so it is then. So it is done. Then now next is we need to check that validation which we have added, custom validation for the date of birth, and we will add another. I will show you another way of validation, the model level model class validation. So I will show you after this testing. So page is loaded. Let's go to employee page and then click on add page. Here you can see that this string is coming, which is actual default value of the date time. So we need to remove it because it is not a good user experience. So for that we need to add some jQuery. So I will add it for all the elements which is having a text box with the same that value which is coming on that field. So for that I will use .each method, which is iterate the all the inputs of the form. So hash, and then I will type the input, and the next one is I need to iterate it. So for that I just need to function, use create a function. Then I have a two variable, one is number and one is the element, and in body I will change the behavior. So I already have an element of input, all the inputs of this form. E dot value dot replace, e dot value is equal to, sorry, e dot value is equal to, I need to replace and assign back. So e dot value dot replace, I will replace with the value which is I copied with blank. So code is done. Let's check the output. Form is loaded, and now I will click on employee, click on add button. It is still showing the same. That means some spelling mistake is there. Let's check. Oh, this is hash. Hash should not be there. It should be input, because hash belongs to that ID. So it will searching for that ID as input, but in our case it should not be there. So I will remove it. So let's run it again. Click on employee, click on add. Here you can see that the values are replaced. Now I can test it. Sample E, state IDs, Thane, date of birth I will put like 2014, which is invalid. Date of join 2019, and just clicking on submit. Here you can see that the message is appearing that the birth date of birth is not compliant, and it is not 18 years complete. So whatever message I have given in that custom attribute validation class, it is showing it. So let's add some valid attribute, valid date. Let's say 20. Okay, 20 is also not, so sorry, it should be 2000. So now you can see that the uh, data is got saved, because I have given the correct date. So now what I will do is I will add another validation for date of join and date of exit. In that, what I do, I will check that date of join, date of exit should not be lesser than the date of join. So it should be later one. So for that, I will add model validator. So I will go to the code now. I will close this and go to the model, and I will implement the interface I validation object, and I will implement it. Yes, it is implemented. Now what I will do is I will just check that if date of join less more than date of exit, then show the validation. So what validation should be shown? I need to create one list, because in this method you can put multiple validations for multiple fields, and you can apply for some fields, apply for two fields. So I will show you. So for that I need to have a list object, and which will return validation result. I'll initiated the list object. Then if this validation fails, then I will return the this list object from here. I will just add new validation result. In that I will supply the validation message to be shown. So in that case I can show, I can say that the date of exit should be greater than date of join. Okay, and I need to give another parameter. So this parameter is that to whom this validation is to be shown, to whom which property or which field this validation message to be shown. So I will and it is a array of string. So for that new string, and I will provide name of. So in this case it should be shown in date of exit. So date of exit. Yes, you're done. So like this you can add multiple validation. Suppose this is for date for join or date of exit. You can do validation for date of birth also, which is I have done in custom attribute, which is I did just 18 years wala. So that also you can add, and add that validation message and field in this validation result list. So what it will do, it will show that message near that field. So wherever you have put that validation result to be appear in a form. So in this case I'm just showing only one validation, so I just need to return it validation result. Yes, so that's it. This is done. Let's check. Till the time it is loading, please share, subscribe my channel, clicking on add click. Now I'm just putting data sample 34 address Mumbai, India. Date of birth I will give some valid date of join 2019. I will provide intentionally wrong date here. So clicking on submit. Here you can see that the date of exit wala message is coming, showing it is the whatever message I have given, and the validation is failed. So it is showing me the error message. So I will put some valid message, valid date here, so that we can save this form. Yes, you can see that now it is getting saved. So this way you can add your custom validation from your custom attributes, as well as you can also add the I validation object interface in your model, and uh, apply the validations in the method uh, which is having a part of that interface validate. So this is you can in a simple minimal code you can add this validation. Thank you.